Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Arizona. Are you ready to come on an adventure with me? Are you ready to learn about public speaking and become a great public speaker? You've come to the right place. Let's get going! Woohoo! Before we start the class, we should probably define what public speaking is. So here is the definition of public speaking for this class. Standing up in front of an audience by yourself and sharing something. Standing up. So you've got to stand up when you make a public speech. You can't sit down. When you stand up, you're standing up in front of a large audience of people. And you're doing it by yourself. And finally, you're sharing something. Something that means something to you. Something that means something to your heart. Or something that you care about. Or something that you can do. Something that you can show other people that you can do. You can use your body. You're sharing something. So, a lot of people might ask themselves, why should I take a speech class? I'm never going to need to make a speech. I'm a mathematician. I'm a computer programmer. I'm a scientist. I'm a beautician. I'm a farmer. I'm a painter. I'll never have to take a speech class because I'll never need to make a speech. But let me challenge you to think about it this way. Don't you think that mathematicians ever need to share ideas? Don't you think that farmers might need to share something about themselves that could be very important? Anybody might have something from their heart that they need to share with the world, and in order to share it in the most human way possible, you have to make a speech. It means so much more to see a person and their face saying something important and sharing something to you than just reading about it. If you want to take that extra special step, you've got to make a speech. And people that make speeches often have a great life and make it even better once they make that speech because they become influential or famous. So please, the world needs leaders. Don't say that you don't need to learn how to make a speech. Making a speech could be the smartest thing that you ever did. Or I should say, learning to make a speech might be the smartest thing you've ever done. This speech class is very special. It's a special time. And because of that, it has one very special rule, and that is this. When anyone is making a speech, you need to be a good audience member. What does a good audience member mean? Being a good audience member means that you quietly listen to the person who's making the speech, like this. Wow. Don't do this. Does anybody know what time it is? Oh, wow. One. Good audience members have manners toward the speaker and to the rest of the audience. Like this. Oh, excuse me. I'll just put this under my chair. Don't do this. Hey, dude, give me some room. Good audience members react appropriately to the speech without interrupting what the speaker is doing. Like this. Not like this. Good audience members applaud at the end of every speech, like this. Hey, good job. Yay! Before we let any student make a speech in this class, we all have to promise that we will be a good audience member, that we will sit with our eyes open, our ears open, our mind open, and our mouth, so that we can really pay attention and care about the person who's getting up in front of us and sharing something wonderful. So, we can't do it if we cannot have the class if you are not willing to be a good audience member. It would just be wasting your time. You won't get anything out of it, and you will prevent other kids from getting something out of it. So we really need everybody to promise to be a good audience member. Can you say, yes, I promise I will be a good audience member. I want to be a good audience member. Yes, I do. Did you say it?
And now it's time for another thrilling episode of Ask Buddy.
Hey, buddy, can you tell me what a stage is? Can you tell me what a stage is? Hello? Okay, thanks, buddy. Well, this looks like it could be a great place to make a speech because there's so much room, but you can't do it because it's way too hot. And sometimes when you make a speech outside, it's not good unless you have a microphone. This space is really good to make a speech because it's empty, but don't you think it's just a little small? And wouldn't it be strange if I was making a speech and somebody opened the door? So this space is no good. Oh my gosh, guys, this room is way too dark. We can't make a speech in here. Too bright. Yeah, maybe this room is good enough. Let's see what we can do with it. We'll rearrange it and make it perfect for making a speech. All right, guys, now we are going to build an ideal stage, the perfect space for making a great public speech. Are you ready? Watch this. All right. Can you see how great this room looks? It's perfect for a speech. Let me show you. Do you see how much room I have up here? I can move my body in all directions. I can walk a little bit. I can move around, and I will not bump into the people that are sitting in the chairs. So I've got lots of room, and everyone that's sitting down can see most of my body and my eyes and my face. So that means we have built a very good stage. So see, here we are, and you can look down here. There's lots of room for me to move around. So you see, here I am, lots of room, and I'm not standing behind anything. And that way people can really see you. And this is what they look like. They're just sitting right there. And can you also see that when a person sits down in one of these chairs, there's a little bit of room. You know, the chairs are not right next to each other. So the people in the audience can just sit and relax and be comfortable. All right, class, take a walk with me. Let's have a review. Can anyone tell me what the definition of a speech is as far as this class is concerned? What's the definition of a speech? Can you remember? It is standing up in front of an audience by yourself and sharing something. Do you remember? Fantastic. All right. Can anyone tell me, if you really wanted to be a good audience member and you wanted to make sure that you had a good experience in the audience and that the speaker had a really good experience, can you name some things that would make you a good audience member? Can you do it? I can think of 3 things. Not talking, looking at the speaker and quietly paying attention, and applauding at the end of the speaker's speech. Did you get some right? All right. Can you think of anything bad that you could do and be a bad audience member? I'll bet you can. Let's name a few things. Eating during someone's speech, reading during someone's speech, looking at your phone during someone's speech. No, that wouldn't be good, would it? All right, guys, before we say goodbye, I just want to talk about a few more class rules. Yes, the first rule is that there will be no gum chewing or eating of any kind during our class. Why? Because if you chew gum when you're making a speech, no one will be able to understand you. And if you eat while someone else is speaking, that's rude. So we don't want to have that happening in our class. Also, we are going to be doing impromptu speaking. So that's a special kind of speaking that I will tell you about later. But you don't need any notes or props. So whenever you go up in front of the audience, you will not be carrying anything at all. You will just bring yourself. Also, there are no phones available during this class. You are not to be using your phone during class. Also, there is no sitting at tables. We only sit in chairs in the audience, and that is it. I should also add that there are no microphones to be used in this class. People use microphones when they make speeches, but for a beginning speech class, and that's what this is, a microphone is not a good idea. To give you a proper goodbye the Arizona way, the land of cactuses, I'll just say this to all my speakers. Happy trails, and see you real soon. Bye.